Temple town Bishnupur. It is famous for its unique terracotta temple architecture, terracotta works, and the Baluchari silk sarees. Bishnupur is an old town in the Bankura district of West Bengal, around 150 km from Kolkata. Once this glorious town was the capital of Mallo dynasty. In this strip, the covered spots are Small Gate, Big Gate, Lalji Temple, Mrinmoyee Temple, and RadheSahyam Temple. This entrance gate is called the Gaur Darja, which literally means the four gates of Bishnupur. Local people call this as Pathar Darwaja, which is entirely constructed of laterite stone. Note the apertures for firing guns on approaching the enemies. This ancient gateway was the part of larger defense mechanism that protected the inside realm. This gate features a battlemented parapet, and the side rooms flanking the central path likely served as a checkpoint before entering into the city. This well-planned gateway was built at the time of Mallo king Bir Singh. Historians suggest that once the cannons were positioned above the gate, one of the renowned king of Mallo dynasty was Maharaj Bir Hambir. This beautiful garden landscape and the Lalji temple was built in the year 1658 under his ruling period. That was the time when Mughal Emperor Akbar was ruling at Delhi. The Lalji temple was dedicated to Lord Sri Krishna and Sri Radha. This Akratno or single tower temple is built of laterite stone. At present, temple idol doesn't stay here. It has been moved to a new temple around 100 years ago. This was the kitchen of the temple. The lunch was prepared and cooked here for the temple god. The temple has triple arch gateway to enter inside. The temple has a staircase at west side. The history of Bishnupur can be traced back to 694 AD, when the king Raghunath I founded the Mallo dynasty. However, it was much later that the place was named Bishnupur. The name is derived from the name of the Hindu god Vishnu. The majority of the people here belong to Vaishnava. Bir Hambir was one of the most powerful king of Mallo kingdom. Bishnupur was much prospered during his reign. He introduced the worship of Lord Sri Krishna during his period as well as the period of another king Bir Singh. Many of the beautiful brick temples of Bishnupur were built. Marinmoyee Temple, the oldest temple of Bishnupur. This was built at the time of King Jagatmalla. The temple is dedicated to goddesses Durga. The big old banyan tree is still standing as the witness of this old temple. The old palace of the Mallakings is just behind the Marinmoyee temple. Once the glorious house is now almost ruined with the flow of the time. This is RadheSahyam temple. There is a Nahabat Khana or the drum house in the gateway of the temple where once flute and other music systems were used to play. This temple is located just opposite to the Mrinmoyee temple. The temple is a live temple. Here, the puja and the rituals are offered daily to the presiding deities. The deities are Mahaprabhu and his followers, along with an unique Lord Jagannath. There is a Tulsi Manch at the east side of the temple, which is made of Odissi style. This temple is of Ekratna or single tower style, with a spiral pinnacle that tops on the semi-spherical dome. The top of the temple is a mixture of Hindu and Muslim architecture, with the kalash and the dome. The temple has three arched gateway on all sides, which is common to most of the temples in Bishnupur. This temple was constructed by the 56th Mallo king Chaitanya Dev in the year 1758. That was the time when British started ruling in Bengal. This was the last great temple of Bishnupur built by the Mallo dynasty. The artworks on the temple walls are beautiful. Here we can see the scenes of battle and hunting from the mythological stories of epic Ramayana and Mahabharata. Somewhere the motifs are crafted to depict the childhoods of Lord Krishna. This temple was built with laterite stones, which was in contrast to the other terracotta temples which were previously built in the town. Stones were sought in supply in Bengal. That's why most of the temples in Bishnupur were built with terracotta, baked clay, stucco, that is the blend of clay and lime, was known as punk. This was used to decorate the wall surface of this temple. That's why this temple's walls are white instead of the terracotta colors like other temples of Bishnupur. The motifs which are still preserved are remarkable. One of the best one is the Ananta Shayan Vishnu, that is the reclining position of Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu is resting on Ananta snake. His feet are on the lap of Devi Lakshmi. Brahma sits on a lotus that emerges from Vishnu's navel. The inscription on the wall of the RadheSahyam temple in Bengali script. that depicts the name of the temple, the king who has built this temple, and the year of the construction. Note the year mentioned here is in Shakabda, which is a Indian historical calendar system. Shakabda was established by the Indian king Kanishk in 78 CE. That's why any year according to the Gregorian calendar is 78 less than in Shakabda. So we get the year of construction here as 1758. Another inscript on the temple wall, the youngest among the Bishnupur temples. The RadheSahyam temple stands out as one of the city's premier Ekratna temple for its advanced architecture and the beautiful sculptures. The small gate or Chota Pathar Darwaja. The lower part of Bengal always faced the challenge of stones, which is the basic material used for the temple's construction throughout India. But the scarcity of stone supply never stopped Bengal from the temple's construction. Rather, it creates the beautiful terracotta temples which enriched India's heritage.